The men do it too, but I wanna.
Well, they do it different. But yeah, here. So I put a link in your chat to an article. This is an old one from 2012, Red Pill. Yeah, it's been around that long. The Tangled Chains on the Swing Set of Solipsism. And they talk about how what solipsism actually means for women. And they talk briefly about the female social matrix. It's generally how women self-organize into groups. Men have, they call it, the men have the sandbox, the girl have the swing set. And with women, it's initial acceptance. Like whatever girl walks up, oh, we're besties forever. And then as soon as you're in that group, it's like Game of Thrones. It's cold, cutting each other down to build each other up. It's always like jockeying for position. That's why you put a bunch of soccer moms in a room together and all they're going to do is bitch. That's why housewives in New Jersey or whatever always sounds like they're just catty at each other. Girls are always fighting within their in-groups for position, as opposed to guys. We have like an entrance exam. Like if you want to get on Rule 0, you got to show you're not a piece of shit. But then once you're in, part of the family, right? Girls are exact opposites. Yeah, the way they cut those, I mean, partially it's because of jealousy. They don't want other girls to be happier than them. They want to be top of whatever group pile they're in.
So I want to build on that. Why where does this jealousy come from? Why do single bitches rip girls out of relationships? That's my biggest thing for you.
Because it reflects badly on them. That's the solipsism part. If she's in a relationship and she's happy, well, then that makes me feel bad. Therefore, she's doing that to spite me. That's the solipsism. That's nothing exists outside your own ego. And it's, again, this is all self-conscious. They're not consciously thinking this like some Machiavellian masterminds. It's an instinctive thing. Everything that happens around a girl happens in a girl's mind because of her. If you're mad, it's because she did something wrong. If you're happy in a relationship, well, then that's because you think she's miserable by herself. And she has to fix these things for her ego's sake. And that means you have to be equally as happy as me. Otherwise, it reflects badly on me. And that's why they do it. They don't even know they're doing it. It's just instinct.
What is the biological instinct for them to tear women out of relationships?
Oh, same thing. Like I said, I can't explain it to some like biological extent. I'm not that smart.
No, I'm not asking. I'm equally as dumb. So
like I'm sure there's some evolutionary reason that it works. I looked into it as best I could, but once I get to the point where I can just observe it happening and realize it happens, and that's good enough for me. I always find it you lose something when you try to like, instead of looking at your watch to tell the time, trying to take apart the watch and put it back together. I find those guys spend so much time looking at nuts and bolts, they forget to just look at the clock. So, was that? Oh, I thought that was an alarm. Were we out of time?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've lived by a firefighter station, so ambulances.
You guys have so much nicer alarms than up here. Yeah, that was actually musical.
Yeah, they asked. They open up and they're like, "Excuse me, can you please get out of the way, please, sir, please." Very Japanese type. Very please, excuse me.
Nice. I will say this though. I have a feeling, and I can't say for sure. I don't have enough data or field reports to back this up, but I have a feeling it's a case of sexual diabetes. Which have you heard of this term?
No.
All right, I coined it a couple years ago. It was the idea because back in the day, and this is how I tell it by a story, right? Back in the day, we used to be addicted to simple carbohydrates. We'd chew on sugarcane root all day because it gave us enough energy to hunt and stay alive. So sugar was something we were hardwired to want. Problem is now we live in a place where sugar is free, but we still have that instinct. So we'll eat chocolate cake all day and not give a fuck. Problem is now you get diabetes from that and it kills you. And it's an example of instincts that were essential for survival back in the day are now harmful to us in the land of abundance. So sexual diabetes is the same thing, but sexually. Case in point, guys simping for women. Treating your women as more valuable than the men was a survival instinct. You know, caveman, monkeys, apes, that kind of thing. The guys that did that, those tribes survived and multiplied. The ones that didn't do that died off. So we have that instinct. But now we're at the point that you can hardcore simp for a woman, completely ruin your life, and you won't help the tribe at all. In a land of 8 billion people, one simp doesn't do shit. And I think that the girls chopping each other down, making everybody around them miserable, I think that's a case of there was probably an evolutionary psychology type reasoning for it back in the day that made a lot of sense. But nowadays it's just diabetes. And again, it's because that's about girls. I like to focus on the guy, so I don't look into it too much. But I would have no doubt that if somebody looked into it, they'd probably see some old reason why that mattered. And then nowadays seeing it completely just ruins everything and kills everybody. But like I said, nothing to back that up other than my own guesstimation. So take that with a grain of salt.
Blackout Red 333 with the $20 super chat says, I think women who identify as alpha female and high notch count are red flags. Most alarming. What say you? In my opinion, chicks that are very assertive and like want to take control of the situation and also have high notch counts, they're never typically really happy in life because they're too in their masculine. They don't like chill out and be a woman.
I was gonna say she shows up at the pickup basketball game and is like, guys, I want to play center. You're like, get out of here.
No, it's
with
like
that WNBA nonsense.
when they try to like lead or like walk in front of me, or when they try to control the situation or say, let's go here. Hey, let's do this. I'm like, look, bitch, I'm not your group of fucking friends. Like maybe you're the ringleader of your group of losers, but like I'm the king of my fucking realm. So
just wander off. That's what I do. Hey, go ahead, lead. Let me know how it works. I'll be at the gap.
I wander off, or I just tell them, I'm like, that's not going to work. So if you don't change, then like you're never going to ascend higher with me beyond, casual fuck buddy. And like, I need a submissive girl in my life, like for it to be long term. I just can't. It's not like I need to oppress all women. I need a submissive bitch. Like, no, just for me to work things long term, like I need to be the man and you need to be the woman. I don't want to I don't deal with this. Do you deal with this shit, or did you deal with this shit?
Not usually. Well, I mean, it depends. So like, yeah, no, generally no. I don't want to have a battleground at home. So generally at home, everything runs fairly well. We're all nice. There's some things that she's good at. And so yeah, take the lead. If we're doing like a work function for her job, take the lead. This is your thing. I don't care.
Yeah, it's her fucking job.
But at the same time, like if we're walking in East Hastings in Vancouver, which is like the most dangerous part of Canada, and some homeless guy walks up with a knife or something like that, I don't want her running her mouth. Probably wouldn't anyways. Like, let me handle this. Yeah. I'll hold him off for a minute, then let's get running.
Oh my God.
But yeah, when push comes to shove.
Chicks like
this. But I'm with you. I never think about it as in like, will you submit to me? It's just kind of,
get out of my way.
It's like shoveling your driveway. Nobody notices it unless you're not doing it.
Yeah. I've had chicks like this, and they've have gotten in the way between me and a dude. Like when we're about to fight, like she's gotten in the way. Like, no, don't do it. I'm like, bitch, you're a fucking delusional. Because if either of us hit you, you're losing teeth, and because you're standing in between two aggressive men, and you're a little girl. Like, I don't care how many Netflix specials you watch about female empowerment. You're not going to be able to stand up to a right straight.
Dude, I've seen a lot of girls catch that. I was from a redneck town that fought all the time. You wouldn't believe how many my boyfriend will kick your ass types ended up catching an errant side punch to the head. Dude, it's not helpful. Not helpful at all. Getting all welled up here. Why did you say that? Our redneck genes are coming back. God damn it.